You're getting a display here that does not feel normal for this price. Completely even borders around the edges, which we didn't have on the CMF Phone one. And the panel itself is AMOLED. It has a 120Hz refresh rate, which can scale down when needed to save battery. Its brightness is not quite flagship, but definitely not budget. Point is, when you watch videos on this thing, it is a high-end viewing experience. It doesn't feel over-sharpened. It doesn't look washed out. It's very close to the best phones you can buy. The speaker isn't. It's a single mono speaker that shoots out from the bottom, but it does have one twist. A new feature called Ultra Volume, where you can go 50% above max volume, which nothing is saying shouldn't damage the speaker as long as you're not going crazy with it and using it all the time. And it does actually make a big difference. Let me give you a real-time demo. So, you're these ears. This is what the phone would normally sound like to you on max volume. Now we're going to go up to boost volume. Hopefully you could tell, quite a tangible difference. Battery is stellar. It's the same sized 5,000 mAh battery as last time, but just now with a more efficient display and more efficient software. So we're talking 7.5 hours of screen on time if you push the thing, but you could easily make this phone last 2 days if you wanted to. The software is smooth, like really, really smooth. It's smooth enough that you completely forget when you're using this thing that it isn't like an upper mid-range £600 device. The only few times you're reminded are when the odd thing takes a little bit longer to load than you were expecting. But that only feels jarring because of how insanely slick the rest of the experience is. It's that sweet spot combination of just good enough hardware. The base model here has 8 gigs of RAM and the MediaTek Dimensity 7300 Pro chip, which is a very modest 5 to 10% faster than what we got before, but still capable enough to play, say, every game on at least medium settings. But that's paired with a lot of care put into optimization. And that's the difference. While for most big companies, budget phones, they're an afterthought because they make a fraction of the profit per phone, you still feel here, as a user of this phone, like your experience has been the first priority.